Zach Collaros vintage with a career high 6 touchdown passes tonight. The Blue Bombers win a 7th straight game, and incredible performance from the offense. And the team locks down a playoff spot. Who would have thought they'd be the first team in the West Division to secure a CFL postseason berth after an 0-4 start and a 2-6 start? Man, oh man. We are going to get into all of the highlights, all of the numbers. You are going to be able to relive tonight's absolutely dominant 55-27 win for Winnipeg over the Edmonton Elks, sweeping the season series against yet another West Division team. Zach Schnitzer will join us. He is on his way back from the Madhouse on Matheson, rocking tonight, orange shirt night. And for those of you that watch Game Day Winnipeg with yours truly and the legend Chris Walby, yes, I am wearing my orange shirt again. And I will admit, I did it by accident. Would you believe I wore an orange shirt by accident during the pregame show, forgetting it was orange shirt day at the ballpark? Of course, Truth and Reconciliation day on Monday. And, well, I wore it for the show, took it off, said, you know what, I'm going to wear it again post-game. Great to see everybody in the live chat. I see you all of the usual suspects, waiters and Comment and Leslie and Barflies and Friesen. Good to see you, man. Appreciate all of the super chat support you have provided Bonfire Sports through the season. Dallas, Uncle Glenn, what's going on? Winnipeg Sports Weekly, what's happening, Vic? Matt Hyman, James in the Peg, Mischievous Wolf, everybody. Hit that thumbs up. If you haven't, consider subscribing. And yeah, looking forward to getting into this with the Bombers tonight and getting into some Winnipeg Jets hockey very, very soon as well. Tico Napoli knows what's up. Pyros, you are the fire starters. We are here for you tonight. Where do you want to start? You want to start with Kenny Lawler? You want to start with what I called on the 680 CGOB pregame show? So I pop in with the guys on the pregame every game home and away this year. That was Nick Demski. Said, you know what? They need a big explosion play or two from Nick Demski. Well, Nick Demski delivered. Kenny Lawler delivered. Keurig Wheatfall with 3 catches for 80 yards. He delivered, including that big chunk play for 61. We will look at all of these highlights and show you Zach Collaros' vintage game. He throws 81%, 21 to 26 passing, 432 yards, his season high, no picks, 6 tutties, 6 tucks, 6 TDs, 6 house calls for Zach Collaros tonight, and absolutely sterling and immaculate quarterback efficiency rating of 158.3. And it was all Bombers from start to finish. Let me break down for you their drive charts. Okay. Here's drive chart. Let's look at the drive chart. Okay. This is Winnipeg's possessions throughout the football game. Here's their first possession, touchdown, then a field goal, then a touchdown, then a touchdown, then a couple punts through the second quarter. Okay. Field goal to start the second half, or pardon me, to wrap up the first half. Starting the second half, touchdown, touchdown, next possession, touchdown, and then 2 punts to finish as Terry Wilson came in to clean things up. Everything was working for Winnipeg tonight. McLeod Bethel Thompson could not keep pace with the Blue Bombers offense. MBT threw for 223 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, had a quarterback efficiency rating of 105. We saw Justin Rankin have another big game running the football, 14 carries for 109 yards. He's averaging 7.8 yards per carry. Kevin Brown chipped in 5 carries for 44 yards. He's averaging nearly 9 yards a carry. We're going to look at Winnipeg's defense as well, the good and the bad. And looking forward to getting into that, as well as all of those usual segments that we get into here on Game Day After Dark. And that includes WALBY'S Warrior, Westwood Wide to the Right, the Happy Honker Award, your Bonfire Burning Point, Maybe it was the opening kickoff tonight, as we tongue-in-cheek sometimes joke here on the channel, especially when Winnipeg wins this dominantly, this impressively. But hit up the live chat. Would love to know your thoughts on what the bonfire burning point was tonight. Not that TSN thing. Of course, we'll watch some TSN highlights. Big ups to them for that. But not that turning thing. The burning point. The point where Winnipeg took over this game. The point where anything but a loss was pretty much secured, if that makes sense. Glenn Fricker. I imagine a lot of people were saying iterations of your last name tonight. Holy frick. Glenn Fricker. All due respect. You know that. Great to see you in the live chat. Brady is the MOP, says Glenn Fricker. Yeah, I mean, he is just having a heck of a season. What did he do tonight? 16 carries for 86 yards, just a tidy 5.5 yards per carry. 2 runs of 10 yards. They didn't really need him to do too much tonight because of all of these guys in the receiving game. He just had that one catch for 33 yards. But I think it would be a good time to look at the man of the hour. And I think it is probably, probably right to call it like it is. And that is Zach Collaros. He has gotten a lot of criticism this season. He has gotten a lot of call outs to say he was done with and over and all of those things. I kind of, I won't say I had faith that this offense would get things going. And I had faith that this team would gel. The changes that have happened and a rebuilt offensive line, new receivers, losing Dalton Schoen for the year, having no Kenny Lawler for a good chunk of the beginning of the season. This is Zach Collaros' night. He deserves it, and give the man his flowers, as the kids say. That's my WALBY Warrior. We will get word from Zach Schnitzer and his WALBY Warrior as well, as we take a look at Terry Wilson coming in to clean up tonight. But maybe this was even a little bit more apt to show, and that is this highlight pack of Zach Collaros tonight. He was on fire. And to reiterate those numbers for Collaros tonight, 21 to 26, 81% passing, 432 yards is a season high, no interceptions, 6 touchdowns is a career high. 6! Incredible. 158.3 quarterback efficiency rating. Click, click, bang. He was hitting guys all night long. 2 touchdowns for Kenny Lawler, 2 touchdowns for Nick Demski. Brady Oliveira with a 33-yard grab. Ontaria Wilson, 𝘽𝙤𝙧𝙚𝙧𝙩. Hey, welcome back, 𝘽𝙧𝙧. Good gracious. Pulls in his touchdown tonight. Unbelievable. Heavy Metal Thunder checking in. What's going on? Hey, everybody. Good to see you. That throw to Wheatfall, yummy. Yeah. Well said, Justin F. Let's see if I can find that. There's so many touchdowns tonight. I'm going to try to find them. All. I got the Lawler touchdowns. I'm just looking at the list here. Hit up the live chat. Let me know what you want to see. Justin wanted to see the Wheatfall touchdown. Okay, let's take a look at it then. Here's the Wheatfall touchdown. Watching it here. And this was 1st and 10 from the Winnipeg 49. Look at that dime Collaros drops. One play, 61 yards. That was following oh gosh, you know what? I lost track. There were so many moments in this game that Winnipeg was able to capitalize on. They kind of all get mashed together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peter D says those Lawler catches were crazy. Yeah, they definitely were. Why don't we look at those? Okay. Here's one. Sorry about that, guys. Get my screen straightened out here. Here's the Lawler catch. Which one is this? Well, this was a nice chunk. This is one that he had to come back for. Here we go. Here's the highlight I think everyone wants to see. This was one of the most spectacular things we've seen on a Canadian football field in a long, long time. Kenny Lawler has absolutely the most incredible hands. And we've been talking about it here on Bonfire Sports for years now. How good Kenny Lawler's hands are. It's no secret. Everybody knows. It's absolutely no secret. But when you make grabs like that, and let's watch it in real time on the play, this was part of a 7-play, 84-yard touchdown drive for the Blue Bombers tonight. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Bringing that back up. It's the athleticism. It's the ability to get his hands on the ball like that. It's absolutely nuts. Look at that. Worth watching again. What more can you say? Kenny Lawler is special. The next play. Collaros has time, rolls out. Here's Ontario Wilson, tiptoeing the sidelines, and nice cut back in. There's the safety making the tackle from behind. Always nice when for the offense when the safety is making tackles from behind, and they're the Edmonton Elks trying to get in Ontario Wilson's face and shake the rookie up a little bit. But making plays after the catch like that. And you'll see 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙯, who's an incredible athlete, doesn't do much in pursuit there of Ontario Wilson, and then makes him the tackle from behind. And Wilson, I'm just noticing now, it's, and back to the Lawler catch on the play previous. It's Ontario Wilson getting in the grill first of 𝘎𝙧𝙧𝙯. The rookie and the veteran having words. I think that's great. I think that's great. I love that. I love that, back and forth. Distracted here by Matt Hyman. That beating reminds me of the time my grade 10 B-ball team beat DB. Yeah, that would be me, Darrin Bauming, and his Silver Heights Huskies. Just kidding, DB. Well, yeah, Matty, you earn those. You earn those bragging rights. Matt Hyman found a game program from a high school basketball game or a basketball tournament, and there were the rosters. And his team was rolling. My team still building. And he's like, is this the Darrin Bauming? Is this you? And I go, yeah, that's me. Wearing number 3 for the Silver Heights Huskies, the former Silver Heights Collegiate. Now, of course, amalgamated with Sturgeon Creek, is now Sturgeon Heights Collegiate. I digress. Beth, this Blue Bombers team has no quit in them. They deserve a big win. Yeah, and they got it. Peter D, between Wheatfall and Wilson, they're making up for no shown at less money combined. Yeah, I mean, rookie contracts, 80,000, league minimum 70. If you're an elite American prospect rookie, you might get 80, might get 85. So yeah, you double that. It's definitely less than Dalton Schoen is making. Here's the Kenny Lawler touchdown that capped that play. I'll have to bring it back here. This was the 7-play, 84-yard drive in the third quarter that put Winnipeg up 41-13 after the convert. It was just incredible tonight. It was just incredible watching this offense operate. And watching Kenny Lawler go to work, 8 catches for 130 yards, only one target his way that he was not able to pull in. Pass interference not being it, because pass interference is a penalty and it does not count as a play. So to pull in 8 of 9 for 130, 2 touchdowns, and 4 second down conversions. Okay? 4 second down conversions for Kenny Lawler tonight was nuts. That is absolutely nuts to watch Kenny Lawler do his thing like this. Here's Kenny Lawler again. Oh yeah, this is the one I think we pulled up already. It's just, he was all over the place. Here, let's cut to this one. Let's cut to this one, shall we? Here's Kenny Lawler capping a 7-play, 75-yard drive. This was Collaros' 5th touchdown? No, this was his 6th touchdown of the game. And at this point, this is how I used to celebrate when I played football. A couple times I got into the house. I would spin the ball, have a little fire, a little bonfire, if you will. There it is. Warm your hands. That thing is hot. Whew. What a night for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And great to see everybody in the live chat. We have got hundreds watching live. So many more will surely be watching afterwards. Thank you to you out there. Yeah, Waiters mentioning the Garbett TD. I'm going to pull that up next. Chris Joyle, no Schnitzy tonight? Oh no, he's coming. I just got a text message and he said he is just a minute or two away. Okay, I'll even pull my hand off the computer for a moment here. All right, yeah, 2 minutes away, he says. 2 minutes away is Zach Schnitzer as we get another look at Kenny Lawler's touchdown here. But it was the scoop and score TD from Tywin Garbett that was incredibly impressive. Here it is. I got it here. Well, we'll get one more look at this. Collaros, man of the hour. What a night. 432 passing, 6 TDs, no picks. Huge win. This might be the bonfire burning point. Let's have a look. Justin Rankin. I'm going to pull it back. This is a lateral pass. See how it's backwards? So that is not a forward pass. This is a running play. This does not count as a pass attempt or completion or anything. This is a run play. This is a shovel pass, essentially. And Michael Griffin. This is number 32. I was highlighting him on my Twitter account tonight. Michael Griffin has been all over the place in this Bombers defense the last month. All over the place. Corner, halfback, dime back, weak side linebacker, rushing the quarterback. Like he's been everywhere. And they did obviously need to review this play. All scoring plays are reviewed, but it was upheld. Tywin Garbett, rookie, after Michael Griffin, rookie, create the takeaway. And Garbett, like, what does Garbett weigh? I got to look it up. Tywin Garbett is 6'2", 261. He's 261 pounds. And this guy picks up the ball and doesn't rumble 62 yards to the house. He darts. It was incredible. 6'2", 260. Loose ball. Look at this guy. Looks like a running back. Can we get another look at Garbett? I want to get another look at Garbett going to the house here. Watch this guy run. This is a defensive end. Yeah, he's athletic. But look at this. Nobody's catching him. Gone. High stepping. Holding that ball high. Tywin Garbett. I think it's probably safe to say Tywin Garbett's first career touchdown in pro football. I think it's probably fair to say that. You know what else we saw tonight? Wasn't the barking. I mean, we'll probably get to the barking. We'll get to the barking. But, oh, I lost it. I think Schnitzy's checking in too. We're going to get to Schnitzy in 1 second. I got you, brother. We didn't get the barking tonight, but we did get a little bit of this. Did you see this? This was capped a 5-play, 69-yard drive. This is Brady Oliveira's only catch today. Look at that tackle break. 33 yards to the house. Pardon me, to the chicken coop. Chicken box celebration on the Jumbotron in the stands. Everybody having fun at this point as Winnipeg went up 24-0 in the second quarter. And there's Brady blowing kisses to his hometown fans. Watch the way Brady displays balance through athleticism like so few others. Right here. How does he stay on his feet? That is magical. That is magical. The way he's able to do that. Unbelievable. I got to see it again. Schnitzy, I'm going to bring you in 1 second, but I'm blown away. Look at Brady go. Oh, man. The highlight reel plays tonight by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers were off the charts. Off the charts. And I would really like to know just how raspy this man's voice is. Zach Schnitzer, how you feeling, buddy? Well, I know how you're feeling. How you doing, I'll say, after the Bombers'
Sweet
55-27 win.
Bah, bah, bah. Oh, my
Wow.
God, dude. What was that? I had the opportunity to bring my mother for her first ever game, Dave. I was going to call you David. That's how addled I am, David. Anyway, David. Well, David drove us home. I brought my mother-in-law, my cousin Dick, and of course, Ezzy from Illegal Curve joined me. He's a good luck charm. He's going to have to come every game now.
There you go.
And possibly the best part of the game was when Brady Oliveira gets a first down in the fourth quarter, and they played Who Let the Dogs Out. They actually did it. I started that.
Nice.
I mean, there's only two things I've done really well in my life, Darrin.
Yeah.
I coined the term crumback, and I started Who Let the Dogs Out with Brady Oliveira. 6 touchdown passes for Zach Collaros. Listen, coming into this game, Darrin, the special teams were doing really well. The defense was lights out. The offense had a lot of questions thrown their way. And they answered those questions, Darrin.
Yeah.
Zach Collaros went absolutely off.
Ham. Hard as a you-know-what.
He was incredible tonight. I know the Edmonton Elks give up the most pass yards per game, but they were playing them on a back-to-back, Darrin. It is hard to win in the CFL back-to-back. All these coaches know each other. The players all know each other. You're not gonna out scheme very easily on the second half of a back-to-back. And Collaros ripped them to shreds. Ripped them to shreds. It was just a thing of beauty. It reminded me of the last few years of the dominant Winnipeg Blue Bombers offenses, Darrin, and it was a sight to behold.
526 yards of net offense. They averaged a first down per play. Average gain 10.3 yards. Showed you earlier. 73% on second down. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Rushing yards tonight, Winnipeg gets away with 99 because, hey, the big play was working. It's kind of the opposite of what we've seen so far this season, right? It's been the running numbers are big and the big play eluding them. Still not a terrible average, 4.5 yards per run play, but it's this. 16.1 yards per pass attempt.
Yeah.
6
That's
TDs, no
crazy.
interceptions, 82% pass. This is combined. This is Collaros and Terry Wilson, right? This is the team. But it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts the type of game the Blue Bombers had. Special teams obviously did not come in to play tonight. Edmonton was able to run the football pretty well, and to no surprise. But I think what they were worried about in facing McLeod Bethel Thompson, this is just at least my take as far as how they schemed and were going to game plan. Don't let McLeod beat you deep. Little did we know it would be Winnipeg beating Edmonton deep and beating them up and down the field. So the Bombers clinch a playoff spot. I said this right off the top. Who would have thought Winnipeg at 0-4, at 2-6 this season would be the first team in the West Division to clinch a playoff spot, the second team in the CFL to clinch a playoff spot? Absolutely.
Dude, as a fan, I'll be honest with you. I'm always honest. I'm always honest, DB. I never lie on this show.
Well, I think maybe you lie to yourself, but you still think you're telling the truth.
I do. I definitely do. This win and this season, because it started so poorly, feels that much better. It feels better than the 2021 season, 22 season, 23, because those 3 years, Darrin, we were blowing teams out, boat racing teams week in, week out, winning by 2, 3, 4 scores. The offense was just destroying teams. The 2021 defense was the dark side defense. To start at 0-4 and then 2-6, and then to rattle off 7 wins in a row. This team was staring down the barrel in week 9 of a back-to-back with the best team in the CFL, or the best offense in the CFL at the time, in the BC Lions.
Yep.
They shut them out 25-0. They go into BC Place, beat them on a back-to-back, held them to basically 3 points in that game, except for garbage time. Then they beat Hamilton on a pretty miraculous comeback final drive touchdown. Then they rattle off a back-to-back in Labor Day and Banjo Bowl against the Riders. Now they've won another back-to-back. They've taken the season series against every West Division team. Each and every West Division team they have the season series on. It's going to be very, very difficult to catch the Bombers for first place. This team, like the resiliency of this team, and honestly, I'll end with this before I go on too long here, Darrin. This is all Mike 𝘎𝙤𝙤. It's not. I'm not saying he doesn't have good players. I'm not saying he doesn't have good coordinators. But Mike 𝘎𝙤𝙤's fingerprints are all over this team, because a team without sterling culture and resiliency and grit does not come back. Belief does not come back, and process does not come back from 0-4 to basically they've clinched a playoff spot. They're going to be tough to beat to get to first place, and like it amazes me, dude, and it feels amazing like if you keep blowing the doors off teams each and every year, when you clinch West Division after West Division, yeah, you kind of get used to it, right? It's just a relief when you do. This is pure joy. Like, if you would have told me at 0-4 this was going to happen, they were going to cap off a 7-game win streak with a 55 burger against the second most red hot team in the CFL, in the Edmonton Elks. Like, okay, I said I was going to finish with the last comment. Let me finish with this comment.
Yeah.
Last week, like, all the writers on CFL.ca, all the writers on 3 Down Nation, they were picking the Elks to win. They're like, oh, the Elks are the hottest team in the league. They're going to beat the Bombers. Yeah, stuff it up your ass. What? The Bombers just beat them on a back-to-back.
For sure.
Like, they crushed them tonight. Crushed them. Don't let the score betray you. The Edmonton Elks were going for it on 3rd down for pretty much half the game, Darrin. They racked up some points. Big deal. They absolutely obliterated the Elks.
They did. 2 weeks in a row.
Like, goodbye. Your playoff chances are kind of on life support.
It's amazing how they were tied 10-10 at the end of the third quarter last week in Edmonton. And McLeod Bethel-Thompson said this week, we let him off the hook. Old Denny Green, Arizona Cardinals quote, right? Like he bangs the podium. We let him off the hook. I understand that comment. You know, Remo asked me about it when he was filling in for Hustler on WST this week. And I understand that comment because Edmonton, despite turning the ball over, I think they had 4 turnovers at that point. They finished with 6, but they were in that game against the hottest team in the league, team that had won 5 straight. They ended up losing handily. They played terrible in that fourth quarter, both Trey Ford and McLeod Bethel-Thompson. And then tonight, they had no answer for Winnipeg's offense. No answer at all. I want to go back to your comment about Mike O'Shea and that his hands, his fingerprints are all over this. I couldn't agree more. Mike O'Shea, I got this here. Here we go. He has taken this team from the absolute basement of the CFL in 2014, a really, really tough stretch. And as you see there, 36-5 since 2019. That's now 37-5, a winning percentage of .881.
That's at home. Yeah. Home record? Absolutely.
Yes. Only 3 teams have won in Winnipeg since 2019. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Montreal always plays well here, even, you know, before their Grey Cup year. BC, hey, you know, they're a good football team. And Hamilton, I mean, the rivalry continues. But there is a very, very happy fan base, and it's because of that man. Mike O'Shea came in 2014 and changed everything. And part of that change was no matter what the score is in the game, you don't show it on your face, you don't hang your head, you don't show it in your body language. There's nothing you can do about the past. You can only focus on the next play. Snap and clear, as Zach Collaros used to say. Flush it and move on, as many others say. But that man right there, his singular mentality, I call it the MO. The MO that is
the MO of Mike O'Shea.
Yeah, the
very
MO
good there.
of Mike O'Shea.
Very,
the
very
modus operandi
good.
of Mike O'Shea is no matter what is happening, the best of times, the worst of times, injuries, big blowout wins, losing streaks, you know, controversy, whatever it is, it's not an issue. We got it. And it is now really kind of like filled the veins of the body that is the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Because at 0-4 and at 2-6 and the short week and facing the BC Lions, red hot, MOP frontrunner, Vernon Adams Jr., they kicked the crap out of them 25-0 and started this 7-game win streak. If they didn't absolutely bumble that game against the Toronto Argonauts and lose in overtime, this would have been an 8-game winning streak right now. They were debating on their brief post-game show before they cut to the Hamilton BC game, the second of the doubleheader tonight. They were talking about it on the panel on TSN. Is Winnipeg the team to beat in the CFL?
You're damn right.
I'm really stopping myself right now from swearing. Like, are you frickin' kidding me? Like, duh. How are they not the team to beat? Montreal has a better record.
Yeah.
Cool.
Montreal only beat Edmonton by 4 a few weeks ago at home. Edmonton was the hottest team in the league, like aside from the Bombers, right? The Bombers just put 55 up on them. And yes, Edmonton gives up the most pass yards in the league. Yes, they had, I think Marcus Lewis was playing in the secondary, Darren. Thank you, Sasha.
$40 for Schnitzy. Buy
Okay,
soap
I'll
to
stop
wash out
swearing.
that potty
Sorry,
mouth, our
Sasha.
virgin ears.
Sasha, I'm not very expensive to buy. $40, I'll stop swearing. They had Marcus Lewis in as a backup tonight because whatever his name is, what's the other guy's name was injured, the halfback for Edmonton. But anyway,
Bratton.
Bratton was injured, right? 55 is 55.
It wasn't a couple guys back there.
6 30-plus yard passes on Edmonton. I was counting them up because the Bombers were the last team in the league in 30-plus yard passes. Zach he just wasn't connecting with his receivers, with the likes of Lawler and Demski and 𝘎𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙚 and whatever.
There's Kevin's Clercius for 21.
He has 6 30-yard passes or more. Like, that is insane efficiency. He had a perfect efficiency rating, Darren. Yep. He eviscerated. This game wasn't even close.
No.
He eviscerated the Elks. And the Elks were a motivated team. They'd lost a close one the week. Like, I know that they lost by 13, Darren, but this game was the last week. It was 10-10 in the fourth quarter. Yep. After the Elks gave up 6 turnovers. Like, I get why, like you said, I get why MBT was saying, you know, we let them off the mat or whatever, left them off the hook.
10-10 last week.
Yeah.
Here it is 41-20 through 3 quarters this week.
Yeah.
And there's Collaros' numbers at the time, 374 and 4 tutties.
Like, I don't know. This is just one game. I get it. Mm-hmm. Right? But if this Bombers offense woke up, Darren, look out. If they woke up and maybe the offensive line finally gelled, maybe the receivers, the young receivers, and guys like 𝘎𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙚 and Clercius and Ontario Wilson, maybe they're on the same page as Collaros now. This is just one game. I mean, they're going to have to answer this question again next week in Hamilton. Another team who's been pretty hot, who started off slow, like the Elks. But if this is the type of offense you're going to get, look out, because this defense is the real deal. They gave up 27 points. They gave up 3 touchdowns. Whatever. I'm not concerned about that from the defense. Quite frankly, the defense needed a bit of a break. They've been carrying this team all year, Darren.
Yeah.
If this is the offense that woke up like Rumpelstiltskin, 100-year nap, uh-oh. Just got to trim up that beard for next week, like Rumpelstiltskin. Remember, he has a 100-yard nap and he wakes up and he has that, like, mile-long beard. Just going to trim up that beard. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm so excited that I'm talking about Rumpelstiltskin in my Grimm's fairy tale stories I read as a kid. No, my mom and dad didn't read.
I remember the name, though. I remember
they didn't read to me. I had to read it myself.
Okay, yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Shed your tears.
I'll be okay. 50 burger. Are you kidding me? I'll be okay for a week. You're gonna have to wipe this smile off my face.
Michael Ayers had an interception last week, playing weak side for the injured Kyrie Wilson. Gets his first career sack right there on a great play from Dietrich Nichols that Dwayne Ford breaks down here in just a second. Dietrich continues to make great plays up near the line of scrimmage, even in the backfield like this one. Last week, it was ripping the ball away, just saying how you do to Trey Ford in like a strip sack, essentially, but like a pure rip the ball away, force fumble and fumble recovery. And then this is the thing is Dietrich's like, oh, I blew it. But you know what? He didn't blow it. Not at all. He made that play for Michael Ayers. Michael Ayers will be buying him a box of chicken after the game. I think before you joined us, we showed the Justin Rankin fumble. This was the next touch. He goes 47 yards from the Edmonton. I got it here.
45.
He goes from the Edmonton 45, to the Winnipeg 28. Yeah. Or Edmonton 47. Oh, no, yeah, Edmonton 45 to the Winnipeg 18. Just a field flipper that leads to a 18-yard field goal and their first points of the game that, I mean, if you want to call it cutting the lead to 31-3 at this point in the second quarter. But
what did you think of that, Darrin? Sorry, I got to ask you this
which?
because as Ezzy and I were talking about this, the Elks were down 31-3.
Mhm.
Okay, every phase of their team was getting ripped. Because because the Bombers had a defensive touchdown as well on that lateral.
Mm-hmm.
You're down 31-0 on the road, and you're kicking a field goal.
Got to take your
I,
points.
I don't know, man. I don't
Do you
know.
understand what it's like to be on the sidelines and you're losing by 30 and to have a 0 next to your name?
It's the three's not much better. You're
It
not coming
is.
back
It's
with a
a
field
3
goal.
is, hang on. A 3 is incredibly better than a 0. And I don't even know, like, I could go look it up. I don't know what the down and distance was when they kicked that field goal on third down. I don't know what they needed. But just because they're on the 10-yard line doesn't mean, they should go for it. Where was that here? Their first points, Edmonton, punt. How come I don't have a field goal as their first points?
Yeah, they were. It was.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I can't tell
But
here.
look, I'll take the points. You got to get something on the board. I don't know what the down and distance was at that point. Here, you know
18
what?
yards out. 18 yards out. I don't know
Well, it
the
was an
down and
18-yard field
distance.
goal.
Yeah.
Here, I'll play this highlight of Nick Demski. This led to a Winnipeg field goal, a 5-play, 55-yard drive that Sergio hit from 33 yards to make it 34-3. But Demski had an incredible day, incredible day. Here we go. I got it here. So Edmonton's first points, it was 3rd and 3. So they were 3rd and 3 on the 11-yard line. I mean, I take the points. It's the second quarter. If it was the third quarter or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Zero is a daunting number to have up there on the screen.
Can you play this? Look at this. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just saw
Look,
this
right here.
catch.
Whoop.
Look at that catch by
Unreal.
Demski.
Yeah.
Like that ball is so like razor thin margin to hitting the turf there. That's insane.
Here,
That's insane. Look at that.
Yeah. You see
That's
tap
insane.
the ground? That's his pinky.
Yeah. Patented Demski corner road, hey? Like, yeah. The thing that impressed me about the offense too, Darrin, was
Edmonton fans are gonna be like, "That's the ball down on the ground."
Nah, that's a catch.
Yeah,
like we were talking in the stands about how when Lawler is double teamed, Demski's going to be open, Wheatfall's going to be open. I don't know how many times they double teamed Lawler, but he went off.
Who's that? Sorry?
Lawler.
Oh yeah.
Lawler was insane tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like that touchdown, the 6th touchdown, that was insane. The corner route,
I showed
the toe
that a
tap.
second ago. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was it. And then it wasn't as good as one other catch he had. It was a one-handed catch in the 4th quarter. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, and he points. He points too. He's like, I was right there.
Look at him pointing at the turf. Oh my God.
I was right there, he says. I got to pull that back. That's hilarious. After the catch here, watch Lawler put his right index finger right on the turf. It's like right here, right there.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That was Collaros' 6th touchdown. capped a 7-play, 75-yard drive. That was just a 7-yard grab, but quite a bit in the end zone. I was talking about how when I was a kid playing football, that was my celebration. Kind of serendipitously, in retrospect, to use a couple big words, had the little bonfire. Look at that. Toe in and good for the touchdown. Going to pull up this one here. Well, you know what? We looked at this earlier. I think it's worth looking at again. All of Zach Collaros' throws, as TSN kind of highlight packed them in the fourth quarter. There is the first touchdown to Demski. Here's the deep shot to 𝘎𝙤𝙣𝙧𝙚. What a rookie season he's having. That was, shortened by injury. The 33-yard touchdown. I can't get over that. That was crazy. To me, that's as impressive as the Kenny Lawler catch. The way Brady
100%.
keeps his balance there. I gave my WALBY'S Warrior to Zach Collaros for 6 touchdowns, a career high, 432 yards. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah.
7 short of his career high.
Oh,
when he was
with
Hamilton. John Hodge tweeted that, he had 439 when he was with Hamilton, a decade ago. A decade ago.
That's crazy, right?
A decade later, he gets his second highest yardage ever. That's consistency for you.
Yeah. 81%, 432, season high, 6 touchdowns, career high, perfect quarterback efficiency rating. That's my WALBY'S Warrior tonight. Hit up the live chat, everybody, or if you're watching afterwards, hit the comments down below. I read them all. Who was your WALBY Warrior tonight? Schnitzy, you're up to bat.
Well, I think he's a guy that we've wanted more from all year, Darrin. He hasn't quite had the impact that we wanted. He's the number 1 receiver on the team, and tonight he woke up. The sleeping giant of Kenny Lawler woke up. He had 2 touchdowns. He had 4 second down conversions. That one touchdown with the toe tap was a thing of absolute magnificence. And he had this crazy, I don't know if you played this one already, but a crazy one-handed catch in the fourth quarter set up, I think, his own touchdown for his first of 2. Mm-hmm. I just thought Lawler was an absolute warrior. He caught 8 of 9 passes, 2 30-plus yard passes, Darrin.
Yeah. 4 second down conversions.
4. Yeah. 4. That's incredible. He caught nearly everything thrown at him. And if he's going to play like that, even when, sometimes he's double, look at that catch. Look at that.
Disgusting.
His body control.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
How good that is.
Body control, hand-eye coordination.
Athleticism.
Yeah.
And just hands.
Yeah.
You're born with hands like that. You can't coach hands. Can't coach speed. Can't coach hands. You can work the jugs machine all night. All day.
Look at his face. Go back to his face there, Darrin. Go back to the look on his face.
Hello.
That needs to be on a t-shirt. Do not mess with me. I am Kenny the King Lawler, king of all receivers. Sit down, Geno Lewis. You're a nobody.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
You're a nobody.
Holy.
Dude, I'm being facetious.
Of course. You are the bleeding blue and gold Bombers fan.
Sit down, Geno
GameDay
Lewis.
After Dark. Yeah. You are the bleeding blue and gold member of this duo. So I'll keep you
bleeding.
in check.
I'm bleeding all over my filth.
Well, at least it's blue. It's not going to stain your jersey there. These were the back-to-back plays. It started with that Kenny Lawler highlight reel grab. Okay. 1st and 10. Beautiful. 20-yard grab. Okay. They'll show it again. That was just, hang on. There's the look. There's the spin. Swag. What a dog. Incredible. And then, here, this is a great look at it.
Yeah, that's insane.
Look at the fingers. The ball hits him in the fingers. Trying to pull it back a touch here.
It's not that miniature NFL ball either, Darren. That's a big CFL ball because our balls are bigger, baby.
Well, they're not, but...
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're
Come on.
But no, the next play was an Ontario Wilson.
Yeah, that
21
was a
yard catch and run, and then saying hello to 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧, the rookie and the vet going nose to nose. I liked that. I hate to dispel people's fun with our balls are bigger. The Canadian football is the exact same football they use in the NFL. It has the same leather panels. It's made in the same factory. It comes off the same line. The only difference is the NFL uses a different leather. They are the exact same dimensions, same laces, same everything. There is no difference. So the whole our balls are bigger may have been true 30 years ago, but it's not true. It's been the exact same football for a long time.
Our balls have shrank? Or shrunk?
I don't want to say that. I don't think you should add any fuel to that fire, Schnitzy.
Like wading in a cold water at Clear Lake. You just destroyed one of the pillars of my identity, Darren. How dare you?
No, come on. You know what the pillar of your identity is? It's that hat you're wearing.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful hat. It's a beautiful hat. We got to get Ezzy one of these hats, and he's going to get me an illegal curve hat.
If you want a Bonfire Sports hat, they are now available. You can go to BonfireSports.ca/hat. There is a link in the description below. It takes you to the 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙯 website, 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧, 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧.com. They are a local business. My friend Ogo runs it. They make awesome stuff. They make all the Winnipeg Sea Bears apparel. Like, that stuff is straight fire. So nice. 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧 makes it all. And I wanted to partner with Ogo and 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧 because I know that they make incredible quality stuff. This hat is flex fit and has the Velcro strap as well. And if you can get it, you know what? Here, I'll show everybody my bad hairdo. But this is what we'll do. See if I can zoom in on it. This is, can you see that? That is raised stitching. Beautiful craftsmanship. Super comfy hat. I wanted to make a hat for the bonfire starters that looks good, but more importantly, feels good. Everybody has an awesome hat that they just don't like to wear because it's not comfy. You will find this hat comfy. You'll want to wear this hat every single day. You can go to BonfireSports.ca/hat, and it'll take you to the 𝘎𝙤𝙧𝙧𝙧𝙧 website, and you can order yours. It's free pickup. It's on Trottier Bay off of Chevrier, so kind of near the stadium. Shipping is expensive. It's just the way it is now. If you're not ordering from Amazon, it's just the way it is. It kind of stinks. But yeah, they're available now, and we're gonna get some t-shirts and some sweatshirts and some different stuff as well, including this. I'll pull this up right here. Maybe we'll get a little sweatshirt going with the full Bonfire WPG logo. And you know what, Schnitzy? I'll even tease it. Why not? Might even have some new Jets colors coming soon.
Ooh.
Plastic covered. Here, let's see. Let's see if we can do this. This will do. New Jets colors.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's completely out of focus. There we go. Yeah.
Very cool, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get some stuff going. So you're giving your Walby Warrior to Kenny Lawler.
Kenny the King, baby.
I like it. Your Westwood wide to the right tonight. And hit up the live chat. Want to know what your Westwood wide to the right is. The moment of the game that, just you didn't like or was kind of silly or stupid.
Hold on. I got to ask you, DB, I think you did this before I came. What was your burning point in this one?
I haven't even gotten there yet.
Oh, you haven't got. Oh, I thought you already did the burning point.
Yep.
You got to start with the burning point. That's always our first award,
Well,
Darren.
we're
What are you
doing
doing?
WALBY'S Warrior and WESTWOOD's Ride to the Right. I'm driving this ship. Just buckle up, baby.
First of all,
Just buckle up.
you dispel my myth, my
I'm
football
telling you,
myth
I'm
that
just
our
gonna tell the
balls are
truth.
bigger, and now
I'm just
you
gonna
do
tell the
that. Now
truth.
you mix up the you mix up the order of our awards. What's wrong with you? My head's gonna explode.
Jeff Kabilas wants Bonfire Sports edibles coming soon. Don't hold your breath.
That's
That
incredible.
said, I do have a friend, old friend. I've known this guy for like 30 years, okay? I have this old friend, well, like 25 years. He is one of 3 cannabis producers in Manitoba, his company. So really? You never know.
How are they not a sponsor of our show?
Well, there are laws. There are laws.
Okay.
We're trying to work through some things. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so you're asking about my wide to the right. Honestly, this might be a bit of like getting into the weeds here, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a play in the first quarter where on a kick return by Lucky Whitehead, where he was hit so late, so far out of bounds that the killer Mike Miller, I thought he was going to pop a vein in his head. He was screaming at the lines person. I say lines person because one of the lines people was a woman, which was awesome today. I noticed that. Not Brian Krupolo. Like my mom thought Brian Krupolo, oh, there's a woman. Who's that? I'm like, that's just a guy with long gray hair. But anyway, Lucky Whitehead got hit so late, so far out of bounds. The person behind me said, I think the only reason the refs thought that was because it was so late that they'd stop looking at the play.
Yeah.
It was egregious. It was horrible. And I mean, it was so early in the game. I don't even know if you can challenge unnecessary roughness, like out of bounds. I don't even know if you can challenge that.
Leslie agrees with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a terrible, terrible penalty. So I didn't like that. That's my wide to the right.
Yeah. Peter D says was McLeod Bethel Thompson's backwards pass that Garbutt ended up scooping to the house. Sasha says Haba's missed tackle.
I think I know what the Haba missed tackle is. Was it the one where they were 3rd and 2 and he missed the tackle on Rankin and Rankin ran for like 50 yards? It might be that one.
Oh, that 47-yard run. Yeah.
Was it 47?
I'm kind of with waiters. And look, for those that have been watching Bonfire for the past 3+ years, this is our 4th season on YouTube. 3rd season of you and I, Schnitzy.
Yeah.
Happy early anniversary.
We're just rounding into form.
Yeah, we're just settling in. We're just settling in. Well, now we got highlights, so like I think we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
But I'm always kind of with waiters. Okay, I get it. But I'm with him here. Westwood wide to the right. I can't think of one. I can't think of one tonight. So I need you out there, fire starters. What was your Westwood wide to the right? We will get to the bonfire burning point, but first, what was your happy honker? And
that one's easy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, this is mine. I'm just gonna let the video tell the story. This was my happy honker tonight. Truth and Reconciliation Day is Monday, and to see so much orange at IG Field, or pardon me, Princess Auto Stadium, was awesome. And the way the Winnipeg Blue Bombers give back, okay, and I'm not talking about token gestures. They put their money where their mouth is, and they go up to northern communities, and I'm just going to, they go up to northern communities and they fly so many people into Winnipeg for these games, give them tickets, set them up with the gear, the hoodies, those beautiful Bombers Indigenous designed logos. Danae Sinclair, I believe, is the artist.
Yep, that's right.
And, doing what we can now. There's Wob Canoe, Premier Manitoba, running out. Look at the smile on his face. All the kids, the national anthems, there's the coin toss, and you could even hear it on the TSN microphone picking it up when they toss the coin, Schnitzy. Secondary happy honker too. They said that was a good toss. She really gave it a good one. And I mentioned prior to you joining too, I wore an orange shirt on the pregame show with Chris Walby. Completely fluke. New shirt I got. Fluke. I'm like, you know what? Okay, I better just hang it on the hang it on the door, and we'll wear it again tomorrow. So that's what I did. But that's my happy honker tonight, and the Truth and Reconciliation Day on Monday, and the orange shirt night at Princess Auto Stadium.
I totally agree with that call. That was going to be mine, and I think it's a good enough one that we can keep talking about it, Darren, and double down. Like, I don't know if people know this, but the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are the first professional sports franchise in North America to do a land acknowledgement. Like that is something. They were doing a land acknowledgement before people even knew what that was. They were doing a land acknowledgement when people were still, even some people I remember rolling their eyes, which is unthinkable now. The Jets do it. Every team in Canada does it. They've been on top of this. They've been in front of this thing for a long time. And the director of Indigenous Relations there, Nigan Sinclair, son of Murray Sinclair, very famous Indigenous figure in Canada. He does an amazing job. And he told me when I used to run my podcast there, and I had Nigan on one time because he was one of my high school teachers, so I knew him. I know him, and he knows my mom. My mom was there tonight, of course.
Yes,
Mrs. Schnitzer. By the way, when my mom walked in, she's never been to Princess Auto Stadium. She's never been to a professional football game. We rolled in right at about 7:00, right at game time. We walk into the stadium, and she covers her ears like this, and she's like, "What's happening? What's happening?" Like the drum line was going, the cannon goes off, or not the cannon, the fireworks when the team runs out, people cheering, the roar of the crowd. Like, she was just like, "What is going on here?" And I said, "Mom, this is a Bomber game." She goes, "Why is it so loud? What is everyone cheering about? The game hasn't even started." It's the madhouse. Right. But Nigan said something interesting to me. He said his father, Murray Sinclair, and the first Truth and Reconciliation game, at one point they had the Bombers had made signs. I believe it was in Cree or Ojibwe, of just signs in Cree or Ojibwe. I don't know what the signs were, but just like in an Indigenous language. And Murray Sinclair started to cry. He's like, "We have come so far. I never would have thought we would have seen this in my lifetime." Just to see signs in a professional game in Indigenous languages. And the other thing Nigan said to me was that Indigenous people love the Bombers. Indigenous Manitobans love the Bombers. And I thought, okay, that seems like a generalization, but if he says it, then I believe it. And I just think the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have capitalized on that. And I saw so many Indigenous fans there tonight, and I just think that people who have been marginalized for hundreds of years, they feel safe, they feel at home at Princess Auto Stadium is an incredible thing to watch. They had the Jack Jacobs scholarship tonight, they announced, and he was part Indigenous.
Right.
Yeah, just I think it's an easy happy honker, and I think I'm as a Manitoban and a Winnipegger and a Bomber fan, I'm very proud of what the Bombers do to support Indigenous folks in Manitoba.
Well said. Well said. Before we get to your bonfire burning point, I gotta pull this up. Second week in a row that this guy has made a huge play. Okay. 1st and 10, Edmonton's first possession. That is number 6, Retta Kramdi. Okay. That's the play he makes on 1st and 10. They're going to show it again. And I want you, or maybe they're not going to show it again. Watch Kramdi, okay? He's here in the dime back spot, left linebacker. Perfect line to the running back. That's an arm tackle that slows down Justin Rankin. Watch the way Kramdi's arm hits him. But huge play. And he's right there to finish it, right? Devin Adams, 91, ends up with the takedown, but Kramdi with the play. Okay, so that was 1st and 10. Okay, and we're going to watch it. Where's Kramdi now? Kramdi's back here. Here's Michael Griffin. Here's Kramdi here. In coverage. Makes the play. Back-to-back plays. That was a Retta Kramdi 2-and-out. First possession of the game for the Edmonton Elks. I believe that was their first possession. Retta Kramdi has, welcome to instant replay from last week's game. Retta Kramdi has elevated himself into truly upper echelon of impact players in the CFL. Most definitely amongst defensive players in the CFL. This is a guy that was not highly touted or heralded coming out of the University of Montreal. It's like, okay, he's going to be a great special teamer. And he took the job from Alden Darby a couple years ago. And it's like, oh, okay, they're going to put a Canadian at the dime at the, at the strong side linebacker spot. Wow. That's a bit of a stretch. This guy belongs. Retta Kramdi, man, what a player. He's been awesome.
Didn't Mike O'Shea say at one point he liked Kramdi because he plays like a prick?
Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yep.
We talked about this last week. The fact that Kramdi is a Canadian playing that position. You talked about Patrice Rene for the Lions, who was also Canadian playing that position. But that's insane. Like, that's arguably maybe aside from quarterback, Darren, would you say that's right up there with toughest position to play in the CFL?
Yeah.
To cover and to tackle and have, have coverage responsibilities, tackling in the box responsibilities, spying the quarterback sometimes, like whatever it is, it's an incredibly tough position to play in the CFL.
I'm not sure if you guys can see my mouse on the screen. I don't think. Oh yeah, you can. Dime backer is tough for those reasons you stated. I pulled this up to show where Kramdi is. Okay, he's kind of out. He's kind of playing halfback here, right? Where is he on this play? Well, he's again sort of at halfback, right? And here's Michael Griffin, who plays weak side linebacker, plays strong side linebacker, plays halfback, he was lining up at corner on a couple plays. As Schnitzy, you talked about Paul Appelese and his YouTube channel, talking about match coverage and some of the shifting that they do. Incredible. I'm with you. Second, your sentiments about Paul Appelese's YouTube channel. It's awesome and very informative and educational to the layman. Like, you don't have to really understand the finer points of football to get value out of it. It's awesome the way he chops it up in the coach's playbook. So check out, I'm distracted. I'll pull this up and you'll see why. What's going on, Garth? That was our bus driver on the 1930 crew.
Oh, there's Garth. Nice. Hey, Garth. What's up, buddy?
Pals with
Love
Uncle
that
Glenn.
guy.
Pals with Uncle Glenn. Going way back. Yeah. Good to see
I didn't know
Garth
that.
and Unk joining the live chat. That's awesome.
Oh, is that actually your uncle?
Uncle, yes. Yes, it is.
Uncle Glenn, what's up? You got to come. Garth's going to drive us next year to Labor Day for the 1930
He says he is not
trip.
driving next year. Garth wants to join the party.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe Uncle Glenn will drive. You have until now until then, Uncle Glenn, to get your class 1 or whatever it is.
No, he's going to be bunking with Garth. You're going to be bunking with me. Well, we'll see. Shannon will probably want to come again, so you might
No,
have to bunk with Carter
Shannon, I
again.
think Shannon will supplant me. I don't know what I have on a beautiful young woman, but I'm
Not
sure
much.
Shannon will supplant me. I'll be with Carter Chen, and maybe Ezzy too. Ezzy says he wants to come on this trip, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Uh, some people mentioning, like it'd be good to get some Bombers players or coaches or whatever on here post game. It's just not possible, unfortunately. There are broadcast rights, and those rights are exclusive to the broadcasters. For TV, it's
Yeah.
TSN. For radio, it's CJOB. So yeah, we can't do that. We can show you highlights though, and really nobody else does that. TSN, shows highlights and that sort of thing, but we really dig into it here. So how can you help? Well, give that thumbs up and share it with somebody. You can just like in the YouTube video, just like go share and like email it to somebody or message, put it in WhatsApp or text it to somebody or even just send it to yourself. It all helps the algorithm and helps us. But yeah, let your friends know that you found the best post game show in the country.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Okay, your bonfire burning point. Let's get to it and hit up the live chat right now. Fire starters, pyros, as T. Conapoli likes to call you. Pyros, what was the bonfire burning point tonight where Winnipeg kind of took it and said, this is our game?
To me, I mean, this was a hard one, Darren. This is a harder one than usual, actually, for me to pick because it seemed like, my father-in-law said maybe the kickoff was the burning point, right? Like, when you blow a team out like that, and at one point you're up 31-0, it pretty much from the very beginning. I mean, you could argue that Kenny Lawler near like the fumble that they called on the field in the first drive, but his elbow was down, and then they go and they score the 40-yard Demski touchdown from Zach Collaros. But honestly, for me, it was the 33-yard incredible Oliveira check down touchdown, which put the Bombers up 24-0. Like in the CFL, being up 17-0, it's not out of reach at that point.
Nope.
But when you go up by 3 touchdowns and a field goal, 24-0, you kind of feel like, okay, unless there's a collapse of epic and historical proportions, the Bombers are not going to lose this game. To go up 24-0 at the beginning of the second quarter. Like, look at that. Look at how he spins off that tackle. He's almost parallel to the ground there when he
I'm
spins
telling
off
you,
that tackle. That
that's
was
more impressive
insane.
to me
Look at
than the
that.
Lawler. That's more
Oh,
impressive to me than the Lawler
how,
catch.
how does he maintain his
I
balance
have
there,
no
Darren?
idea. I have no
That's
idea how he does it.
insane. The
Yeah.
core strength you need to maintain your balance on that. Insane. So for me, and that wasn't like a deep shot. That was just like a check down.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the fans doing the chicken dance. That's also incredible.
Yeah. This was
But
a 33-yard touchdown that capped a 5-play, 69-yard drive. Yep, check down. That was not a designed pass play to Brady.
no,
His only
look
catch.
at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's actually just stunningly beautiful to
You
watch. Like
you
look at the
understand
balance.
you understand where I'm coming from when I say that's more impressive
Oh,
than the Lawler
100%.
grab.
Yeah. The Lawler grab is sensational. This is a thing of this is miraculous. Like look at it's I don't know if it's a broken play, but it's an off script play.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how he maintains his balance.
Uh,
Oh, 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 oh.
I like
I
the
gotta bark
dogs.
like a dog for that.
I think that's the chicken box, the chicken dance, and all that.
I think that's done. I think that's done because now he's hit the end zone 3 times. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, dude. I think that's over. I think we have to go to who let the dogs out. I thought we have to bark like a dog now.
Brady,
Like,
it's and think about it too. It's bully ball, right?
yeah,
What are bullies are they're dogs.
junkyard dog.
That's right. Yeah, like pit bulls, bullies, right? Or pitties, I guess they call them. But It's bully ball. It's Brady Oliveira, the
Yeah.
dog whisperer, whatever you want to call him. His tattoos are all dogs. He's got the dog paw prints on his neck. How do you not bark? How do you not howl when Brady Oliveira has a big run, starts smacking his head?
Exactly. Just the intensity of it. It's not a chicken dance. Come on.
This was my bonfire burning point. And
oh yeah, that's
the fumble by Justin
was that
Rankin?
Yeah.
And 261-pound Taiwan Garbett. CFL
Look at
rookie.
The speed.
I mean, he was with the team on the practice roster last year, but a rookie as a player, a rookie as a starter this season, effectively. 260. And he takes it to the house. That put the Bombers up 24-0 midway through the second quarter. Pardon me, 30-0. Your bonfire burning point put them up 24-0. This put them up 31-0. An incredible play, a big score from the defense. Rankin right there looks just like his stomach got flipped.
Deflated, yeah.
And breaking this, I talked about this earlier. That is not a pass. That is not a pass attempt. That is not a pass completion or incompletion at all. That is a backwards pass. So it's a lateral. That's the same as like an underhand shovel or whatever. That is a run play. That's why that's a live football. And good on the Bombers defense. Like, look at the guys on defense. All of them are running to the ball.
Yeah.
Look at them all. All of them. There's Tony Jones on the left side of your screen. That's Willie Jefferson's legs right there. There's Devin Adams. There's Taiwan Garbett. There's Freddie, pardon me. I keep calling him Freddie Griffin. That is
Michael Griffin.
Michael Griffin. And there's Taiwan Garbett saying, how do you do? Evan Holm, the halfback, is right there. The corner, Tyrell Ford, was right there next to Evan Holm. This was a team trot to the house.
Yeah.
Look at them all.
And
there's BA.
And a bit of a hat tip to Michael Griffin, Darren, for drawing that loose, because Rankin was jumping on it there, and Griffin, wrestled him to the ground, and without getting a loose ball foul, I should add, which makes it available for Garbett to scoop and score. And as you said, 260 pounds, like he ran pretty fast for a guy that big.
No question. Okay, we've gone through them all. It's time for game balls, Schnitzy.
Oh yeah.
Look. Take it easy. Take it easy tonight, okay?
That's good there.
55-27, defensive touchdown, a 61-yard return for Taiwan Garbett, 6 TDs, 432 passing, perfect night quarterback efficiency for Zach Collaros. Demski gets a pair. Lawler has a pair. Lawler has a highlight reel catch. Everybody was involved. Brady with a touchdown, this time receiving. It was all happening tonight. Just
you get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
Easy. Who you got?
Okay, you know what? In a game as enormous as this, with the performance the Bombers had, Darren, it's crazy, but I only have 2 game balls.
Okay.
Obviously, one is going to Zach Collaros. He had a career game. You could argue it was his best game of his career. He was 7 short of his career high in yardage, but he had the most touchdown passes in his career. The most touchdown passes I've seen a quarterback have almost ever in the CFL. I actually tweeted this out. I made the mistake of looking on Wikipedia to see, like, what's the most TD passes a CFL quarterback has ever had in one game, and Wikipedia spit out 6, but I believe our one of our listeners, Glynis, was like, no, it's actually 7. Even amongst the Bombers, Jim Van Pelt in the 50s, it was 7, I believe.
He passed for 7, or he had 7 total?
I think he passed. I think she said he passed for 7. I don't know. I deleted the tweet because I don't want to tweet out false information, so I'll have to do some more digging. But 6 touchdown passes is insane. Collaros had a perfect efficiency rating. He was 80.8%. He had 6 passes of over 30 yards.
Yeah.
That's incredible. He just exploded. This Bombers team had, is at the bottom of most offensive categories in the CFL. 30-plus yard passes. Well, they had 6. They were lowest in the CFL. Points. They scored 55. Well, technically 49 because of a defensive touchdown. Yardage. They had over 500 yards of offense. Like they just destroyed the tendency there. And I think Collaros was just absolutely nuts. Oh, Chris Droyle saying Joe Zuger had 8 in 1962. Okay. Jim Van Pelt had 7 in 1959. And Tobin Rote had 7. Who's Tobin Rote? That's a great name. Tobin Rote.
What did he write?
Tobin wrote the record book.
Yeah. There you go.
Darrin, and then my other game ball goes to Mike O'Shea. We talked about him when I got on the show. His fingerprints are all over this one. Just sustained excellence, like consistency.
Yeah.
And he breaks the Bomber record for most playoff appearances with 8. 8 straight playoff appearances. I believe he passes Bud Grant in that record. That's nuts. And you know what? Unless they have a massive face plant, they're going to, I believe it's since 2016. So 2016, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. This would be their 8th straight season with double-digit wins, which would also be a franchise record. You have to imagine they're going to win one of the next 3 to get to 10 wins. So it's just sustained excellence in this franchise. This is the premier franchise in the CFL.
Yep, they have been the flagship franchise, the premier franchise for 4 years, right? Because you go back to 2019, I mean, they capped an incredible season, but they were the number 3 team in the West. They made the trade for Collaros, Strevler playing through injury, Matt Nichols, obviously his season ending. I don't know what Lawler and
I don't know what that was.
I think that was kind of cool though. Let's pull that back. It's like the glove. I don't know if it's like the Infinity Stone or what it is.
Yeah, the gauntlet, Infinity Gauntlet. Maybe that's what it is, eh?
I don't know.
Then they should have snapped their fingers then, though. But you got to snap your fingers with the gauntlet, otherwise it's useless.
I haven't even seen those movies.
So what are you talking about? How do you even know that?
Well, I just put it out there. It's kind of fun to speculate. Okay. Game balls. I will give one to Tywin Garbett because he deserves it for that scoop and scorer. I'll give one to Nick Demski because he was dang good tonight, doing some things that we haven't really seen him do much this year. And I'll give one to I gave one to Reddick Kramdi last week. I'll give one to Michael Griffin this week. So Garbett and Griffin, Nick Demski. Yeah. Well, you got to give one to Zach Schnitzer. You got to.
Demski had a ridiculous game too.
He did. It's worth taking another look at, isn't it?
He had 2 touchdowns. He had a 40-yard touchdown. He had that nifty, I think it was 10 or 12-yard touchdown.
Oh,
117 yards.
Wifey's messaging you.
Uh-oh.
4 catches, 117 yards, averaging 30 yards per catch, 3 second down conversions, 2 grabs of 30-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. That's why I'm giving Nick Demski a game ball tonight. I still can't get over this. 2 highlight reel grabs. Like, I mean, and let's not sleep on Demski's pull off the, snag off the turf too, right? But 4 second down conversions for Kenny Lawler. And to have 130 yards and 14 are after the catch. Do the math. Okay. He had 8 grabs and his downfield was over 100 yards.
That's crazy.
And everybody says, well, Zach Collaros doesn't throw deep and all his big completions are, it's not air yards, it's yak yards. His air yards are low. Give your head a shake. I told you this was going to happen. I told you. Didn't I?
I don't know. Did you? You said the offense was close.
I said the what?
You said they were close.
Yeah. Well, here they are. Is 55 points close enough?
Close enough for me, baby. Someone on the chat, Donnie Boy saying, give some love for the O-line. I think that's a point well taken, Donnie Boy. I think the O-line, if you throw for 432 yards, your O-line has to, hold up for long enough for you to have time to throw. So, Zach Schnitzer gets your game ball, Donnie Boy? That's right.
Yeah.
I think that's a great comment, Donnie Boy.
Yeah. Live chat is hilarious. I love you guys. Appreciate all of the thumbs up and all of the great comments tonight. And also, if you're watching afterwards, appreciate those comments as well. Maybe you're watching on Twitter, X. Maybe you're watching on Facebook or Instagram. We're live in all those places. Head over to YouTube and find Bonfire Sports Winnipeg. You can find links to everything, BonfireSports.ca. And if you go to BonfireSports.ca, you can go /live. That takes you to our live page on YouTube. You can go /YouTube. It'll take you to our YouTube /Facebook. BonfireSports.ca /Facebook. Take you to our Facebook. Apple. Yeah, it'll take you to our podcast. Spotify. Oh, yeah, we're there. Amazon. You just go to BonfireSports.ca /give it a shot. It's probably there. Or you're going to find it as well. You can go to BonfireSports.ca /hat. And you can get your Bonfire hat from 𝘎𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙦. It is going to be the most comfortable hat you've ever bought. Mark my words. Shipping is pricey, but you can pick it up in person on Trottier Bay. That's off of Chevrier, kind of in that Fort Garry, Pembina area. It's close to the stadium. So you can order online or you can pop in as well and, check it out. There'll be lots of cool stuff there very, very soon with Bonfire.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Big thanks to our friends at Scotswood Links. 18 holes of well-developed golf goodness. They are just 30 minutes outside the city. If you go to the perimeter and McGilvery, you're there in like 25 minutes. Look at this beautiful course. And with the weather we've been having in southern Manitoba lately, it still looks like this. It's still in great shape, and they have got their 2025 membership promotion on right now. If you lock in for 2025, you golf for free the rest of the year. On Game Day Winnipeg and our pregame show with the legendary Chris Walby, we joke that this beautiful brand new clubhouse at Scotswood Links reminds Walby of Matt Dunnigan's house from his playing days in Winnipeg. I think he was in Tuxedo. This is a little bit more expansive than Doug Dunnigan's house was in Winnipeg, but the service is on par with Dunnigan's house. Cold drinks, amazing food, and just fun for all. So check them out, scotswoodlinks.com. Link in the description below. And if you haven't played it, you will really enjoy it. If you go to scotswoodlinks.com/bonfire, or even if you call them and ask, they will give you the Bonfire promotional package, which is, I think, 30% off a foursome with power carts. You're going to really enjoy it there. So big thanks to them for supporting us here on the channel.
Amen, buddy. Amen.
This was a heck of a fun night. Amazing atmosphere at the Madhouse on Matheson for Truth and Reconciliation Orange Shirt Night. Bombers dominant, punching their ticket to the postseason again. First team in the West to do it. They build on their lead in the West Division. I guess we'll take a look at this one last time. The road ahead, Schnitzy, has them traveling to Hamilton next Friday night. The Ticats are trailing the BC Lions 16-8 right now. And it is the third quarter, I think. Yes. Kind of midway through towards the late part of the third quarter. Ticats trailing 16-8 in BC. So that's who Winnipeg will face on October 4th. Back home for the, I won't say it, the very, I guess, powder keg of a game that will be against Chad Kelly and the Toronto Argos on Friday, October 11th. That's the final regular season home game for the Bombers. A bye in week 20, their third and final of the season. And then wrapping things up in Montreal against the East Division leading, at least for now, Montreal Alouettes in a game on a Saturday afternoon. That'll be a nice one for Game Day After Dark in the daylight. I think it'll hopefully still be, you know what, it probably won't still be daylight.
No, probably
in
not.
late October. But a game that might mean more for Winnipeg than it does the Alouettes. But of course, the way Winnipeg's playing right now, that might not be the case. It'll be interesting regardless to see how that all shakes out. But we got you covered here on Bonfire Sports. Pre-game, always. Game Day Winnipeg, the day before the game, live. Usually go at 3 o'clock here on the channel. And then Schnitzy, you always bring it, man. Love it. Great show tonight on Game Day After Dark. We go live after every Bombers game, home and away, playoffs, and all the way through the 111th Grey Cup in Vancouver. I can't wait. I really got to book my plane ticket because I'm going, baby.
Yeah, I should go to the Grey Cup too this year. I don't know. I went to Labor Day. I don't know if I can do Grey Cup as well. If the Bombers are in it, though, you never know.
You gotta have.
I can crash on the cot in your room.
I might have to fill the bathtub with ice. That's what I would do, but I'll fill it with blankets for you.
Oh, I'd sleep in the bathtub, sure.
Yeah. Okay. You got to get some. What is it? Brownie points.
Yeah.
Get through the honey-do list.
Yeah, there's not much of a honey-do list, more so because I'm completely incapable of doing that DIY stuff, renovations. I'm pretty useless. Like many Jewish men, I'm horrible with tools.
That's
hey, Daryl
stereotype.
Brandon. It is, but it's also a true stereotype. Yeah, Daryl, my guy out in Alberta. You got to move here, Daryl. You and your wife have to move here for 6 months of the year so you can come to more home games, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Final word to the incomparable Matt Hyman. Thanks for the show, Bonfire Sports. Appreciate it as always. We appreciate bringing it to you. Everybody in the live chat brought it tonight. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet and share this video. Click the share button. Send it to your mom. I don't care. Send it to yourself. Send it to your friends. Send it to yourself so you can watch it again.
Whoops.
Daryl's in North Battleford, Saskatchewan.
Whoops, my bad. I thought it was Alberta.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daryl. I apologize. I apologize. What a tool
I'm going
today.
to bed, not dreaming of touchdown passes and amazing catches. I'm going to bed dreaming of the proprioception. That is the mind's eye of where the body is in space. And why am I dreaming of that? Because Brady Oliveira has the proprioception of an alien. To be able to do what he did on his 30-plus yard touchdown was incredible. Play of the game for me tonight was that play. I think I'm going to see Brady on Sunday. There's a puppy party.
Yeah. I can't believe I wasn't invited.
I was barely invited. I think I have to sing for my supper. Yes.
Or yowl for your supper.
You know what? The puppy party's on Hazeldell.
8:54, baby. It exists.
I really have to write that down. No joke. I'm writing it down right now because I have never 8:54.
Yeah.
Hazeldell.
Yep. Okay. 8:54, baby.
All right. 8:54. Got it. Puppy party on Sunday. The Dream Factory. Brady Oliveira. Bunch of puppies. Bunch of kittens. Bunch of kids. having a party with puppies and kittens and some up for adoption. It is a private party. It's part of the Dream Factory charity, but we'll see if we can get some images out there on the Bonfire social channels. Hey, this was a lot of fun. Chris Joyles got it. Brady, proprioception, Oliveira. I learned one big word in my life, and that's what it is.
5 syllables, Darrin. That's big. Good job.
Proprioception. Yeah, we'll do that. I like it. Final word to you, Schnitzy, as we sign off. And man, incredible game as the Bombers improved to 9-6 on the season, building on their lead in the CFL West Division, 7 straight wins, clinching a playoff spot, 55-27 over the Edmonton Elks to sweep another team in the West.
Yeah, buddy. What a perfect time to throw up a 50 burger for this Winnipeg Blue Bombers sort of somewhat dormant offense to wake up and wake up in fine fashion. They woke up after a long nap just throwing haymakers. And the throw up 55, buddy, a 50 burger, it's a thing of beauty. And if this offense keeps this up, they don't have to throw up 55 every game. But if they keep this up, look out, CFL. Because the party's just getting started, buddy.
Yep.
What a way to clinch a playoff spot. And probably clinch first place in the West pretty soon, too.
I got a feeling you don't have a rhyme for us.
I do.
Okay.
Fire away. You always ask me for my last word, and then you say...
I thought I did.
No, you always ask me for my last word, and then you ask me for, the sayonara thing.
Okay.
Right?
Final word to you, my friend.
2-word thing. 2-part thing. Well, the Bombers have clinched the playoffs for the 8th straight year. And believe it or not, I only had 1 beer. Sayonara, everybody.